everybody, it's Pink Willow. Couldn't ask for a better day today to go for a little ride. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Last time I went it was still really nice too, but it was overcast, and as you can see today is just blue sky and taking advantage of it. So hope everybody's doing good. Got some more subs, said hi to a few more people. I'm just having a blast going along for the ride. Anywho, so as promised, I decided that for this motovlog, I was going to be letting you guys know about a near-death experience that I had. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Alright, near-death experience. So basically what happened was I had went and picked up my best friend, and I was picking him up to bring him back over to my place, and we were basically gonna go, party it up a little bit. This was way back when I was younger, and just hang out for the weekend. And he lives in Seattle, and I was living actually in Westlake Sammamish at the time, so I went and grabbed him, and we were heading back to my house, and I basically just started not feeling very good, and it was a feeling I'd never felt before. So I guess that's why I felt like I should say something to him. It's kind of hard to explain. I just felt really, really weird, and so I was just like, hey dude, I'm glad we're almost home because I'm not feeling really good. And I remember him just having this reaction, kind of like, thanks for sharing, like, whoop-de-doo, And so we proceeded to cruise, and to get to my house, when we got almost there, we have to go through a tunnel. And then after you go through the tunnel, then you basically are going down a huge hill, and you either have drop off on the right hand side of you, like huge cliff, or you have oncoming traffic. It's just a 2-lane road. So from what we figure out after talking about it, and actually what happened was I passed out apparently probably while we were in the tunnel, and then when we came out of the tunnel, then that's when we started going down the hill. And basically what happened was I passed out, and that's the only way I can describe it, and it was pretty crazy. And I remember, if nobody's ever passed out before, basically you are completely out of it, but what's weird is you can hear everything. Like I could hear him just screaming, and we're gonna die, and he's just panicking, and I could hear it, but I'm out. I can't even react, or I don't even know what's going on. And basically when he looked over to me to see that I was completely limp and passed out, he just panicked, and he had to grab the wheel and start kind of going back and forth with it to keep us from either going off the cliff or keep us from running into oncoming traffic. And because I am short and only 5'2", I drive really close. Like my seat is all the way forward. It has to be, or I can't really drive and reach the pedals because I'm so short. So at the time I had a stick, and so he basically had no choice but to ram his foot in between there and try and get onto the brake, because that would kill the car. And then he could control the car by using the brake and steering us, and he was able to get us all the way down to the bottom of the hill. And then there was a little place that you could kind of pull over right before you got to the stop sign, and he got us pulled over. And then basically just when we finally pulled over, that's when I kind of started coming to, and I kind of slowly opened my eyes, and I was looking over at him, and he's just like, oh my God, what happened? He goes, we almost died. And I'm like, I know. I go, I could hear you, and screaming. I go, but I just couldn't react, and I was just out of it. And yeah, it was just insane. Like, if he would not have been there, I mean, who knows what would have happened, you know? I mean, and thank God he was able to control the situation where neither one of us were hurt at all. So anyways, when we got down to the bottom of the hill, after we both kind of calmed down, after we were freaking out, we swapped. Basically, he was like, I am totally driving the rest of the way home. I'm like, cool, even though we were like right across the street from my house. So we did, and cruised back home. And then the next day, or maybe it was Monday or something, because I think it was the weekend, I called my doctor to make a doctor appointment because I wanted to find out why I passed out. That was just so bizarre. And they did a couple tests on me, and I found out the next day that I was actually pregnant with my first son. And I proceeded to pass out the entire 9 months that I was pregnant. And of course, I was still a hairstylist at the time, and I guess I'm going to go into a second part of the story, but how crazy is that? You know, like, I literally would just pass out all the time, just in the middle of a haircut, la la la, pass out, fall on the floor. The person's like, holy crap. At the time, I was working for a company that I'd worked for years, so they were like my second family, obviously. And my receptionist at the time was almost pretty much my best friend, and she would always just be there. She could tell when it was coming on. She'd like sometimes grab me and take me in the back room to try and keep it from happening. And every once in a while I could catch it. If I caught it in time and I got to sit down and just kind of put my head down and take deep breaths and stuff, sometimes I could actually get it to go away without full-on passing out, but that was really rare. Usually it came on so fast that there was just nothing I could do. I was just basically, as soon as I would feel it, I'm on the ground. So another part of that funny story is, I think the most embarrassing one, besides work, which was pretty embarrassing, I did pass out when I was at the grocery store once, and I was in line too. I was like, she was in the middle of checking me out, and I felt it coming, and I was just like, please, no, let me just get out to my car, you know, don't let this happen here. But there was nothing I could do, and I passed out and woke up to them like freaking out. They thought I had a seizure. They didn't know what was going on with me. So yeah, it was not very much fun, but I never did pass out at the wheel anymore, thank God. And if I would have had that feeling when I was driving, for sure I would have pulled over, because once it happened to me once or twice, I knew the feeling when it hit me and stuff, and so I could, you know, try and stop it. But basically, that's my funny little God, nobody's waving today. I forgot to do my obnoxious wave too. Sorry, peeps. I was so focused on my story. I'm dedicated. Anyhow, so that's pretty much my funny little near this story, and then some little bonus of me passing out during my pregnancy. So good times. So I think that's about it. I just wanted to make a really short and sweet little video this time. I think the next video we're gonna do will be me and Biamoto when we swap bikes, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I hope it'll be funny and fun and entertaining, and I think it'll be a good time. So hopefully I'll get that one done in the next couple weeks, and until then, everybody take care, be safe. Peace out, peeps.